Hello, I'm Phil. It's qualifying day at the four-wheel drive world. Let's go. Well, hello. Today is four-wheel drive qualifying day, but not just that. It's also family fun day. Yes, the organisers, Main Hobbies, are again leading the way, bringing in new people to see this event. And there are plenty of entry-level cars to capture people's interest. But you know what's interesting? If you want to buy one of the cars on the track, you can't. Because with the exception of the X-Ray and the Schumacher, almost every car here is either a prototype, development car, or not yet in production. Let's take a look. What can you tell me about the new Kyosho car?
I can't tell you a lot, but like it's more compared to the old car, it's more stable, easier to drive, more durable. I think just maybe not for. There are still some pre-production parts that keeps breaking sometimes, but I think the overall feeling of the car is pretty good. So we went here at the pre-worlds and we got one car, and this one is a little bit different. So I think this car is more to the production, almost production ready now. So.
And in terms of running different types of batteries in different configurations and things like that, I mean, is that something that you're having as well?
Yeah, we have it. I think, yeah, you just have to try what fits you best. And.
Any idea when it might be available for people to buy?
This question I can't answer. I don't really know yet, so we will wait and see.
I mean, it's definitely very influenced by our older XX4, which was, I would say, a pretty good fan favorite. Everybody loved how it drove, and I think we've brought it up to speed and up to date with the pace and the durability. I mean, it's still four-wheel drive. Nature of the beast is fragile, but I would say it's fairly durable, and the pace is so far so good. Durability-wise, I mean, it's come out of the box pretty durable. I mean, we've had a few broken parts here and there, but all well-deserved broken parts. So far, drivability is very good. Just looking for a little bit of pace, and I think that'll come with time.
It's so much better than everything else I've driven. It's just the confidence I have in it, the durability of it, and how hard I can drive it is really exciting. Center diff, for one, is really innovative for four-wheel drive. It really makes the car handle good on pretty much every surface. It's really tunable. And then the arms are like the 8-scale buggy, so you can have different plates put in them. So they're super strong. And then the dog bones in the center, with the cut built into the pinion gear, it kind of avoids all that unreliability with the set screw being on the pinion. Instead of just all one piece, it kind of just makes it a lot more reliable. Just knowing that your car, if you do get a bad tumble or something, that it's not going to break in half. It's just having that peace of mind that it's not going to fall apart on you is just, every other car, I think, kind of, from what I've ran anyway, you kind of worry about that. But with this car, it's just, you just know it's going to finish.
For us, we have some similar parts and the geometry is quite similar, but you know, we've gone the route of having an aluminium chassis. We've got the option for gear diffs now. You know, the car's a little bit stronger, it's a little longer, a little bit less flex, no top deck at all. It's one of the first cars out in the non-traditional sense. We're going down, I guess, like every other team, is the tiny little Nitro 8 scales with electric motors in them. So, you know, we don't have a top deck. We've got little chassis stiffeners. You know, gear diffs are obviously all the rage now. Even the tool drive guys are running gear diffs, which is never heard of.
The question that everyone will be asking is, when can we get our hands on it? When can we see it? When's it going to be available to buy?
We're looking at October, early November release, it looks like at the moment, but it could be shuffled forward a little, it could be shuffled back. So in the next 2 months, you'll see the car on shelves, I'd say. So.
It's not so much different. It's like a wider chassis, and the battery position is different now, so that's most That's nearly all.
Can you tell me about any of the features that are coming on the car?
Yeah, you can run for saddleback configuration in middle, rear or front, and a shorty pack as well, like Travis, he used shorty pack. So I think it's a nice feature.
Any idea when it might come to market, when somebody might be able to buy it?
I don't know yet.
Well, of course, that was just a very, very brief overview from some of the developments that I found in the pits from the people who were kind of willing to talk to me. But of course, it's all available in much more detail on neobuggy.net.
Yeah, that's the case. We had a few different cars here today. Not everyone willing to share their details of those cars, but so far in qualifying, TLR, Kyosho not having the best of days. However, Durango blitzing it. 3 cars in the A main at this point.
Let's get into qualifying. And with the first, second and third, Tessmann qualifies third overall.
The first part wasn't so good, but definitely finished strong. I'm getting more confidence in the car for the mains, see how tomorrow's practice goes, and then try to go for the win in the mains.
What do you put down the improvement to? Just increasing in confidence, or did you make any changes?
We made changes for the third round, and then just kind of stuck with it for the rest of the time. But we were kind of struggling almost with the setup earlier, but I think we got something really good now.
It looks like the weather could be a bit changeable tomorrow. There's even talk of rain. If you're in third, that could be quite helpful potentially. How do you feel about going on a track if it feels completely different?
I don't know if it'll be that bad because in the two-wheel it rained and they sugared the track and everything, so it was higher grip than for qualifying. So I don't know if it's going to happen this time, but I think it'll be definitely good to be starting behind those guys and up towards the front anyway.
Well, remarkably high spirits there from Tessmann. I guess you have to remember this is his first Worlds in this class.
Yeah, he's done really well. I mean, brand new car, as we said yesterday. He's done really well. Come good towards the end, you know, a TQ and a third and a second. He's done really, really well.
Starting second on the grid will be the current world champion, Ryan Cavalieri.
The day went really well. It started off good, and throughout the whole entire day I stayed positive and changed my car, and it definitely was dialed the last 2 rounds of qualifying and in the right direction for the mains.
You've been making a lot of changes?
No, I actually was just super comfortable with my car, and I needed it to be just a little bit quicker in and out of the pretty much 180s, and we did just a steering mod to the car, and it was dialed. So I was very happy on the change. It was super minor, but it helped out a lot.
Going into the finals tomorrow, being second on the grid, is that a good position to be in? Can you overtake easily on this track?
It's a little bit hard to overtake. Obviously, I was in second in two-wheel and just had a few minor mistakes. And I think this time going around, I just will have a little bit more patience, and I know what I got to do just because I was in those shoes a few days ago. And hopefully I'll use that to my advantage.
I think Ryan pretty happy with that, but also determined to learn from the mistakes from two-wheel drive just a few days ago.
Yeah, definitely. You know, two-wheel drive ended a bit chaotically. He's a 4-time world champion. He's done it many times before. He just missed out on TQ. He'll be kicking himself about that, but he knows how to win. He knows the world championships are won on Sunday.
And on this track, I think being in second place isn't too bad.
No, to be honest, a lot's can happen. You can't win a world championship in the first corner. You can definitely lose it, as the cliche goes. You just have to cross the line first.
Well, no surprises from the driver, but perhaps the mysterious buggy. We're all quite impressed to see that Jorn is top qualifier.
It started very good with 2 TQs, and 1 round was not so good, and then the second and last one was also good.
Does this give you a lot of confidence both in the car and yourself and everything going into the finals day tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. The car drives very easy, and I'm very confident for the finals.
Have you been making any changes?
For the last round, I changed the wing from the normal Durango wing to a J-Concept new wing to improve the jumping, because always before it wanted to jump sideways, and now it's much better.
You did have a bit of a tumble, didn't you, during one of the rounds? What was that all about? Was that to do with the wing?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it was the wing, but when it's like very windy outside and the jump after the straight with full speed, sometimes when you get a lot of wind, it's very hard to make it.
That's Jorn being happy, as well he might be.
Yeah, he should be definitely happy. I mean, towards the end, maybe it wasn't clear to him that he'd got TQ, but he just clung on to it, 13/100ths of a second in it, I believe, and he should be delighted with that. You know, an untested, brand new four-wheel drive car, that they've got 3 cars in the A main. Fantastic result.
Anyone else we should be watching out for in that A final? Who else made it?
I'd say Ryan Mayfield probably. I mean, easy pick being in 4th and everything, but he just missed out on a TQ, and he might be one to watch. You know, he came, I believe, 3rd in two-wheel drive. He's one to watch.
What about Naoto? We were planning and hoping for quite big things from him today.
Yeah, as usual, we saw Naoto blitz practice, always super quick there, but then he seems to struggle a little bit towards qualifying. He did well in Q1, but then it's just, you know, went downhill slightly, picked it up towards the end. I think starts 8th.
Like many drivers, some fairly ropey-looking mistakes. I mean, I'm not one to talk, but you know, this did happen today.
Yeah, that's true. They're supposed to be the best in the world. We're no one to talk, but yeah, they should be doing better. In the case of round 4, I believe the wind picked up a little bit, so you know, racing driver excuses and all that, but they should be doing a little bit better than that, I think.
They should be, and let's see who's going to win tomorrow. If I had to ask you to pick, who's going to win tomorrow?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think it's between Cav and Ty.
Well, there you go. Possibly the greatest victory so far today is for RC, with all these people that have come out this fantastic open day that they've had all day today. And in a very few short minutes, there's going to be a massive fireworks display going on behind us. So we're going to pack the camera away and watch that. So we'll see you tomorrow for the finals day on neobuggy.net.